The day my mother-in-law looked me straight in the eye and said, "Leaving you was the best decision my son ever made," she expected me to cry, lower my head, and walk away in shame. What she didn't expect was that 5 minutes later, everything she believed about power, money, and control would collapse right in front of her. I still remember the sound of the crystal glasses clinking around us as guests laughed and mingled beneath the golden chandeliers of the Grand Crescent Hotel. It was supposed to be a celebration, the launch party for one of the city's biggest real estate projects. Wealthy investors, politicians, and business leaders filled the ballroom. And I was standing there alone. Not long ago, I would have attended an event like this on my husband's arm. But Daniel wasn't my husband anymore. 3 years of marriage had ended with a signature on a divorce document and a cold text message that simply said, "I think we're holding each other back." At least that's what Daniel claimed. The truth was far uglier. His mother had spent years convincing him that I wasn't good enough. Not rich enough. Not connected enough. Not useful enough. According to her, a successful man needed a wife who could open doors, not a woman who worked hard and loved him. I was a teacher. She wanted a socialite. I was loyal. She wanted influential. I was ordinary. And in her eyes, ordinary was unforgivable. After the divorce, Daniel quickly started dating Vanessa, the daughter of a powerful businessman. The message was clear. He had upgraded. Or so everyone thought. I had no intention of attending the launch party. But my friend Sophie, who worked for the company organizing the event, convinced me. "You've spent 2 years hiding," she said. "Come out. Wear something beautiful. Remind yourself that your life didn't end because of a divorce." So I came. A simple black dress. Minimal makeup. No expectations. For the first hour, everything went fine. Then I saw them. Daniel. His mother, Margaret. And Vanessa. Margaret spotted me immediately. The smile spreading across her face wasn't friendly. It was victorious. Like a hunter finding wounded prey. She whispered something to Vanessa before walking toward me. Daniel noticed but made no effort to stop her. That hurt more than I wanted to admit. Margaret stopped inches away. She slowly looked me up and down. "Emily." I forced a polite smile. "Margaret." She tilted her head. "I didn't expect to see you here. I received an invitation." "Interesting." The word dripped with contempt. Several nearby guests glanced toward us. Margaret noticed. She enjoyed having an audience. Then she smiled. The kind of smile people wear right before they stab someone emotionally. "Well," she said loudly, "I suppose life goes on?" I nodded. "It does." Her eyes narrowed. She clearly wanted a reaction. When she didn't get one, she leaned closer. Then she delivered the sentence she had probably rehearsed many times. "Leaving you was the best decision my son ever made." Silence. Even the people nearby stopped talking. I felt the words hit me. Hard. Not because I believed them. But because they came from someone who had spent years trying to destroy my confidence. For a brief second, old wounds reopened. Memories flashed through my mind. The birthdays she ruined. The insults disguised as advice. The holidays where she treated me like a servant. The endless criticism. The manipulation. Everything. She watched my face carefully. Waiting for pain. Waiting for tears. Waiting for victory. Instead, I took a slow breath. Then I smiled. Not a fake smile. A genuine one. That confused her. "What are you smiling about?" she asked. Before I could answer, a voice echoed from behind us. "Emily, there you are." The room suddenly shifted. People turned. Heads lifted. Conversations stopped. A tall man in a tailored navy suit walked toward us. Not just any man. Alexander Hayes. The billionaire founder of Hayes Development. The man behind the entire project being launched that evening. The man whose name was worth hundreds of millions. Margaret's confidence disappeared instantly. Alexander walked directly to me. Then smiled warmly. I've been looking everywhere for you. I blinked. Margaret blinked. Everyone blinked. Alexander extended his hand toward me. Would you join me on stage? The room exploded into whispers. Margaret looked like she had forgotten how to breathe. Daniel's eyes widened. Vanessa frowned. I wasn't shocked because Alexander knew me. I was shocked because nobody else knew why. 6 months earlier, I had met Alexander during a literacy charity program. Most people saw a billionaire. I saw a man genuinely trying to help children. When he learned I was a teacher, he invited me to help design educational initiatives for underserved communities. I agreed. Over time, we built something extraordinary together. A nationwide program that provided books, technology, scholarships, and educational support to thousands of students. What nobody knew was that tonight's project launch included a major announcement. And I was part of it. Alexander escorted me toward the stage. Margaret stood frozen. 5 minutes after telling me her son had made the best decision of his life. 5 minutes. That's all it took. The ballroom lights dimmed. Alexander stepped to the microphone. Good evening, everyone. Applause filled the room. He continued. Tonight isn't only about buildings. It's about communities. A large screen illuminated behind him. Photos appeared. Children. Schools. Libraries. Teachers. Then a photo of me. Gasps spread through the audience. Alexander smiled. For the past 6 months, one remarkable woman has helped us create an educational initiative that will impact thousands of lives. My heart pounded. He looked directly at me. Her dedication, intelligence, and compassion inspired every aspect of this project. The screen displayed my name. Emily Carter. The applause grew louder. Much louder. Then Alexander delivered the final surprise. Beginning tonight, Emily Carter will serve as Executive Director of the Hayes Education Foundation. The room erupted. Standing ovation. Camera flashes. Cheers. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. I hadn't even known he planned to announce it publicly. Tears filled my eyes. Not tears of humiliation. Tears of validation. Years of being told I wasn't enough. Years of being underestimated. Years of being treated as insignificant. And now an entire ballroom was celebrating my work. I glanced toward Margaret. Her face had gone pale. Daniel looked like someone had punched him. Vanessa suddenly seemed less interested in standing next to him. Alexander continued. Success isn't measured by wealth alone. It's measured by the lives we improve. Emily reminds us of that every day. More applause. I stepped onto the stage. The audience rose again. In that moment, I realized something important. The greatest revenge isn't making people suffer. It's succeeding without their permission. After the presentation ended, guests flooded toward me. Business leaders. Investors. Community organizers. Reporters. Everyone wanted to speak with me. The same people who once overlooked me now wanted my attention. Margaret watched helplessly from across the room. Eventually, she approached. Her confidence was gone. Emily. I turned. She forced an awkward smile. I didn't realize. No, I said gently. You didn't. She swallowed. I may have misjudged you. The irony was almost funny. For years, she judged me constantly. Now she wanted understanding. I smiled politely. We all make mistakes. Her eyes lowered. For the first time since I'd known her, she looked uncertain. Small. Human. Then Daniel approached. His voice was quiet. Emily. I looked at him. The man I once thought I'd spend my life with. The man who chose approval over love. Regret filled his face. Real regret. Not because he missed me. Because he finally saw my value. Unfortunately for him, he saw it too late. I owe you an apology, he said. I nodded. Probably. He looked down. I was weak. Yes. I should have defended you. Yes. I should have listened. Yes. His eyes filled with emotion. For a moment, I almost felt sorry for him. Almost. Then I remembered all the nights I cried alone. All the moments he stayed silent while his mother attacked me. All the times he chose comfort over courage. And my sympathy disappeared. You know what's funny? I said. What? When we divorced, I thought I'd lost everything. Daniel stared silently. But losing you forced me to find myself. His shoulders dropped. There was nothing left to say. Some truths arrived too late. He nodded once and walked away. I never saw him again after that night. Months later, the Education Foundation expanded nationwide. Thousands of students received opportunities they never thought possible. Libraries opened. Scholarships were awarded. Lives changed. Mine included. One evening, after a successful fundraiser, Alexander and I stood overlooking the city skyline. You know, he said, smiling, your mother-in-law accidentally did you a favor. I laughed. How do you figure? If her son hadn't left, you might never have discovered how extraordinary you really are. I thought about that. About pain. About rejection. About unexpected endings. Sometimes the people who break your heart believe they're ending your story. What they don't realize is they're only ending the chapter where they had control. Margaret thought her son leaving me was the best decision he ever made. Maybe she was right. Because losing a man who didn't value me led me to a life that did. And 5 minutes after she tried to humiliate me in front of an entire ballroom, fate delivered a lesson she'll never forget. Your worth is not determined by the people who walk away. It's revealed by what you become after they do.